Greetings, everybody. Good evening. This your girl Tiffany here, live in effect. Today's topic, I am going to be talking about Mother Wright. So the reason why I'm dealing with this topic because November is the month of Black Catholic history. All right. So the reason why I'm speaking on Black Catholic people because they did play a very important role in our history as African Americans, and not just African Americans, but Black people in general. So they are a part of this history. The so one of the main reason, or how did I come across the subject matter, was I just happened to browse through the internet and I seen this woman's name and seen that she was a humanitarian. Now she gave back to the community. She was feeding the homeless, clothing the children, doing a lot of things. So I said, well, this is a good timing right here to give this woman her recognition and her flowers. Now, although she an ancestor, she still deserves her flowers. And that's what I'm going to do. So before I get started, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share the channel, and let's get to it. All right. I know you guys like that little banner in the background. Yes. Yes, I stand on that. Yes. Stand on that. All right, so let's get to who was Mother Wright. And first and foremost, I want to show you guys a picture of her before I even get into the whole information. So Mother Wright is this beautiful woman right here. This is her, okay? Now, I was able to come across some information about her. So a lot of the source comes from WikiOne, and you guys can look it up. So I couldn't find that much information on her, but here it is. So according to the WikiOne source, Mother Wright, who was born Mary Ann Wright on July 11th, 1921, and she died on May 7th, 2009. She was a humanitarian activist who lived and worked in Oakland, California, and fed East Bay residents for almost 3 decades. Excuse me. She fed more than 450 people a day on a budget of $137,000 a year. She also distributed huge quantities of food, clothing, and toys each holiday season for her West Oakland warehouse. Wright had a very active schedule into her 80s, usually arriving in at the foundation at 6 in the morning and would tirelessly continue to move boxes herself. Now, she was born to an African American family of Catholics in New Orleans and raised in small town of Darlington, Louisiana. Grew up poor, lost her mother when she was only 5 years old and was raised by her father. She was married at 14 and had her first child at 15. So in 1950, she fled an abusive husband and took her 9 children, moved to California. As a single mother, she worked long hours picking cotton, walnuts, strawberries, in Hayward, Wall Creek, and around the state. Around the state. For another stretch of time, she worked 2 jobs to make ends meet as a domestic helper during daytime shift and in San San Leandro Cannery during nights. She later remarried and had 3 more children, one of which was adopted. All right. So let's stop right there. So according to the information, Mother Wright was born in New Orleans in a Catholic family. And real quick, New Orleans has a very high population of Catholic people, right? You will find out that New Orleans has a lot of Catholic church out there. And the reason for being because when the Portuguese and the Spanish went over to the Congo and the Angola area to get their slaves and bring them here to America, right? And remember, Louisiana was a Spanish colony before the French took over. So a lot of those Spanish people were Catholics, was into Roman Catholicism. And then same way with the French people. A lot of them were Catholic as well. If you know, in Haiti, they practice a lot of Catholic religion out there. Okay. So when the French people took over, that's when the Catholic population started to expand. All right. So there is a lot of Catholic churches out there in New Orleans. A lot of them. And there are some that are black Catholic, and there are some that are not. All right. So I just wanted to share that information for you guys. Let me go ahead and get back to the source. All right. Hold up. All right, here we go. Now let's get back to the source. So where did I leave off? So it says in 1980, she says she was awakened by God in her sleep when she received a vision in a dream who told her to feed the hungry. The Lord woke me up in the middle of the night and told me what he wanted me to do, which was feed the hungry, she said. She started out feeding the poor and homeless by serving one meal a week on Saturdays downtown at Jefferson Park in Oakland. Supported by her $236 Social Security check, with help from others, among them grocers, produced merchants, the leader of local churches and community groups, and city officials, this effort grew to become the Mother Mary Ann Wright Foundation. Through the Mother Through the Mary Ann Wright Foundation, Wright family members and numerous volunteers regularly collected food and clothing from various local businesses and other donors to distribute to the needy. The foundation warehouse on St. Pablo Avenue at 32nd Street has been her main distribution center. And at the holidays, long lines always form outside, with Wright often on the sidewalk, bullhorn in hand, leading a prayer as people pick up bags of boxes and canned food, toys, and Christmas trees. As well as helping people in Oakland, her foundation has provided help to people in Russia and Vietnam, and founded a school in Kenya. Mother Wright accepted no pay and was assisted primarily by her daughters. In 2005, Wright was inducted into the Hall of Fame for Caring Americans by the Caring Institution. By the Caring Institute. She met Bill Cosby and Aretha Franklin and was invited to more than one presidential inauguration. Wright, who had been struggling with heart trouble for several years, died at age 87 in Alta Bates Summit Medical Center in Berkeley. She was survived by 10 children, 33 grandchildren, 37 great grandchildren, and preceded in death by 2 sons. All right. What's going on? Let me see who's in the chat. Fear the Lord. Peace. How you doing, brother? How you doing? All right, so that's all the information that I want to share with you guys. But I want to say this regarding to community work and activism. Activism, right, does not mean that you have to have a large organization or have a lucrative income or a gigantic support system. Activism is dedicating your time, your work ethic to serving the people, serving your community. Even if it means to help somebody next door or to help the little general neighborhood or somebody at work, you're doing activism. People have some preconceived notion that in order to gain recognition, you have to be a part of an organization. Now, I just read to you about a lady who wasn't even a part of any organization. She built this on her own from the ground up. She got a call, a vision to do the work. This lady didn't even get paid for what she was doing because it wasn't about the money. It was about her servants, her deeds. That's what it was about. How many people are willing to do things out of deed and not out of monetary resources? And not to say that money is not important or you don't need it at all, but this just go to show you that a person do it because they're passionate. They do it from the heart. And we don't have as many genuine people today that do things from the heart. See, people like her, Mother Wright, and others may not receive a lot of recognition or gain popularity because they weren't famous or because they did not reach the pinnacle of success that mainstream wanted. But we too busy going by personality worship, right? And we don't look around in our community at those who are really doing the significant work. We don't give credit to those who actually struggle their lives in our neighborhood to do what they can for those who they love in their community. And you'll be surprised that these individuals came from broken homes. These individuals don't have much to offer. They don't even have much money. They work in 9 to 5 jobs. And some of them don't even have jobs, but they have the guts to do something that will benefit humanity. Shirley Caesar said something. Now, if I can remember this quote, she said, I can't, she said, I can't sweeten the whole entire Atlantic Ocean, but I can take a picture and dip it in the water and make it sweet. She said, I cannot make the entire Atlantic Ocean sweet, but I can take a picture. A picture is a jar. Okay. She said, I can take a picture and dip it into the water and add sweetness to it. So let me break that down. You can't help everybody on the planet. You can only serve so many people and do so much for so many people. However, you can reach out to those that you possibly can, and you can help change the lives of those around you. And if you made an impact to 2 or 3 people's lives, 10 people's lives, or even the lives of your family member, you done did something. You done served your work on this earth. You done your will. Or as the Christian folks will say, you done the Lord's will while you was here. So it really wasn't about you, right? As far as your flesh, but it was about being able to have that spiritual connection. And one of your spiritual connection is being able to give back to humanity the best way possible. So it's about showing that you can benefit humanity in your own way. And people who talk about they activists, this, that, and other, they don't know what activism look like. They don't know what it really means to be an activist. And those who scream that are very counter-revolutionary because they don't know what it means to actually put your life on the line, put yourself at risk, going through health issues, going through sickness, going through financial crisis, dealing with law enforcement, being harassed by law enforcement every single day, or being harassed by others, those that's supposed to be in your circle and those that's outside the circle. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I just I don't want to keep you guys up. But I thank you for coming in, watching, and supporting my channel. And shout out to the brother in the chat, Fear the Lord. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Share the channel. And also remember this. When you benefit humanity or serve your work in humanity, you also benefit yourself. Again, when you benefit those and other people, you're also benefiting yourself. Anyways, y'all have a good evening. Y'all be safe. Until next time. Peace.